What if I told you that the crab you've been eating might not be crab at all? It looks like crab, it tastes kind of like crab, and it shows up everywhere from sushi rolls to seafood salads. But here's the surprising truth. Most of the time, it isn't real crab. So what exactly is imitation crab made of? Why does it exist? And should you be concerned about eating it? Once you understand what's really going on, you may never look at it the same way again. Welcome to Consumer's Choice Top 5, where we break down everyday foods, uncover hidden truths, and help you make smarter choices. Today we're diving into something millions of people eat without thinking twice: imitation crab. You've probably seen it in grocery stores, buffets, and sushi menus. Maybe you've eaten it many times, but most people don't actually know what it is, and that's where things get interesting. Before we go deeper, take a second to hit like. If you enjoy learning surprising food facts, subscribe for more videos like this, and drop a comment saying, "I thought it was real," if you've ever assumed imitation crab was actually crab. Now let's get into it. Imitation crab is a processed seafood product designed to look, taste, and feel like real crab meat. But instead of using actual crab, it's made mostly from fish. The main ingredient is something called surimi. Surimi is made by taking white fish, usually a type like pollock, and cleaning it, grinding it, and turning it into a smooth paste. That paste is then mixed with ingredients like starch, salt, flavoring, and sometimes a little sugar to improve taste and texture. Once everything is blended together, the mixture is shaped into forms that resemble crab meat. It's often formed into sticks or chunks, then colored on the outside to give it that familiar red and white look that real crab legs have. After that, it's cooked and packaged, ready to be used in all kinds of dishes. So a simple way to think about imitation crab is this: it's flavored fish that's been shaped and styled to look like crab. Now you might be wondering, why go through all this effort instead of just using real crab? The answer comes down to cost and convenience. Real crab is expensive. It requires fishing, careful handling, and proper storage to keep it fresh. It also varies in taste and availability depending on the season and location. Imitation crab, on the other hand, is much cheaper to produce. It uses fish that are more widely available, and the processing allows companies to create a consistent product every time. This makes imitation crab very attractive for restaurants and food manufacturers. It allows them to offer seafood-style dishes at a lower price while still giving customers a flavor and texture that feels familiar. That's why you'll find imitation crab in things like California rolls, seafood salads, and even some pasta dishes. In many cases, people are eating it without even realizing it. Let's talk about taste for a moment, because this is where things really matter to most people. Does imitation crab actually taste like real crab? The honest answer is that it comes close, but it's not the same. Imitation crab has a mild seafood flavor with a slightly sweet taste. It's soft, easy to chew, and designed to be pleasant to a wide range of people. Real crab, on the other hand, has a richer, more complex flavor with a slightly salty, ocean-like taste. For many people, imitation crab is good enough, especially when it's mixed into dishes with sauces or other ingredients. That's one of the reasons it's so popular. It's affordable, easy to use, and delivers a familiar taste without the higher cost. But if you compare the two side by side, most people will notice that real crab has a deeper and more natural flavor. Here's a quick question for you. Before watching this, did you already know that imitation crab was made from fish? Be honest and type yes or no in the comments. It's always interesting to see how many people knew this and how many didn't. Now let's clear up one of the biggest misunderstandings. Is imitation crab fake? Not exactly. It's not fake food in the sense that it's artificial or unsafe. It's made from real ingredients, mainly fish. A better way to think about it is as a substitute. It's similar to how plant-based meat is designed to replace meat, or how almond milk replaces dairy milk. It's a different product created to serve a similar purpose. The confusion comes from the name and the appearance. Because it looks so much like crab, many people assume it is crab. But once you understand what it's made from, it becomes clear that it's simply a processed seafood alternative. So, is it safe to eat? For most people, yes. Imitation crab is widely used in restaurants and sold in grocery stores, and it's generally considered safe when handled properly. However, there are a few things you should keep in mind. Because it's processed, it may contain additives and preservatives. It can also include allergens like fish or wheat, depending on the ingredients used. If you have food allergies or sensitivities, it's important to check the label before eating it. Another thing to consider is nutrition. Imitation crab does contain some protein, but it usually has less nutritional value compared to real crab. It may also contain added sugars or sodium to enhance flavor. That doesn't mean it's unhealthy, but it does mean it's not the same as eating fresh seafood. It's more of a convenient, budget-friendly option rather than a premium source of nutrition. Let's look at why it's become so popular. First, there's the price. Imitation crab is much cheaper than real crab, which makes it accessible to more people. Second, there's convenience. It's pre-cooked and ready to eat, so you can use it straight out of the package without any preparation. Third, there's consistency. Unlike real seafood, which can vary in taste and texture, imitation crab is designed to be the same every time. These factors make it a go-to choice for many dishes, especially in fast-paced environments like restaurants and grocery store delis. It allows businesses to keep costs low while still offering something that looks and tastes like seafood. Now let's address the health question more directly. Is imitation crab healthy? The answer depends on how you look at it. On the positive side, it's low in fat and contains some protein. It can be part of a balanced diet if eaten in moderation. On the downside, it's a processed food, and it may contain additives and lower quality ingredients compared to fresh seafood. So it's not something you need to avoid completely, but it's also not the best choice if you're looking for the highest nutritional value. Like many foods, it comes down to balance and awareness. Knowing what you're eating helps you make better decisions. At this point, let's do a quick recap to make sure everything is clear. Imitation crab is made from fish, not crab. It's processed into a form that looks and tastes like crab. It was created to be a cheaper and more convenient alternative. It's safe for most people, but it's not as nutritious as real crab. And it's incredibly popular because it offers a similar experience at a lower cost. So what's the final answer? What exactly is imitation crab? It's a processed seafood product, made primarily from fish, designed to mimic the taste and texture of crab. It's not fake, but it's also not real crab. It sits somewhere in between as a practical substitute. If this surprised you, you're not alone. Many people go years without realizing what imitation crab actually is. But now that you know the truth, you can make more informed choices about what you're eating. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to Consumer's Choice Top 5 for more eye-opening content, and share this with someone who loves sushi or seafood. Because once you understand what's really in your food, you start to see things differently. Before you go, here's one last question. Now that you know what imitation crab is made of, will you still eat it? Drop your answer in the comments below. Your answer might be different than you expected. Next time you see imitation crab on a menu or in a store, take a second to think about what it really is. Not just what it looks like, but what it's made from and why it exists. Because now, you know the surprising truth. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out our previous videos.